morning to you and good evening to me, Ramis.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I've been already wake up early, but anyhow, I appreciated your salute as good morning.
Well, I just been to a doctor this morning. I wake up very early because of, here in Australia, when you are middle age, you will receive a letter, mammogram from the government doctor to all women has to have a mammogram.
Yeah, it's a routine check-in, I believe, in some of the European countries like Switzerland. Also, they are inviting after certain age the woman for check-in progress. I
That's
know.
right. We are free from the government. That is a routine every year. Right.
Yeah, it is very good. So I believe that all the numbers is perfect, and you are healthy as you are.
Well, when you're getting older, the health is getting decreased, ups and down. But you need to think positive all the time in order all the muscles of your body would not
You're right.
deteriorate. You're right. But anyway,
Yeah.
I read your message on WhatsApp. That's good progress that you are going to meet the buyer tomorrow. Mm.
No, actually on Monday
On
will be
Monday, I say.
on
I'm sorry.
Monday.
On Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So at least
Yeah,
you
the
learn
reason
now.
why also, yeah, the reason why they moved to on Monday because Friday, as you know, all the Muslim countries is a special Friday for a Friday pray, and I believe that they're a little bit radical Islamic side. However, it is I do respect the people believe, and then they said because of due to this Friday pray. We don't want to make this meeting in a short time, so we better do it either way Monday or Tuesday. So I informed the company secretary, let's arrange for Monday. So I'm waiting their update. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow they will inform me.
How many times Muslim pray a day?
Uh, the standard is fifth,
5 times.
which is the five times. Five times, yeah.
I see. As a Catholic, we
But
only pray on the evening. We go to mass and pray to Jesus, and that's it. Yeah, I'm a Catholic.
Yeah, I do respect all the beliefs. As long as you have a good heart, you believe in there is a
Exactly.
creator. So you are living in a peacefully. You are not harming any living creature in the environment, trees, forest, fish in the lake, in the river, in the ocean. You're the people in the community, so that means you are a good person. Unfortunately, I gave up my prey because there's so much crime and so much eyes tearing situations happen, and the God is just watching. How could be you create not the world, even the universe with the love? How come possible so much hatred, so much bloodshed in these
Satan,
modern
because of
days?
Satan. Satan is the
Yeah.
one who enter into everybody's mind. Remember, Judas is the one who created the world to be crazy, and he betrayed his master. You must remember. So I think
Yeah.
because of the greediness in our heart, even the politician, even parents, even brothers and sisters, even friends can betray you. Even a business partner can betray you. So you have to be
Yes.
watchful as well whom you are going to trust
Yeah.
with. That is the main thing. As long as you don't step on the
Yes.
other people's shoes, then whatever religion you are, Allah, God will shower you a good blessing anyway. So going back to your message, that's good that you learned this time. You are now learning.
Yeah, because after 45 years, I conclude my life university education. And what I learned, there is enough, good enough for everything as long as if you don't know to share. And there is a good enough time in this life for do everything for ourselves. We don't have to rush. Whoever rush, they
Exactly.
all crush.
Exactly.
Just like in this, yeah.
I always warn everyone, take time to read because this is really uh a tricky business but very lucrative business. I just even finished having a conference with a guy from Turkey as well, and he uh, he traveled. He's from Ukraine, and now he's now in Turkey because of the war in Ukraine. And I told him, read. And then when you're ready, you come back, and then you can tell your customer, because he wanted to go do business in this kind of industry. It's very difficult because there's no person who share a knowledge. Well, Amina is the only person who share knowledge on the social media. Even the seller would not share the knowledge. Even the broker would not share the knowledge. Well, Amina is a very kind and generous. But some people doesn't like my bluntness, and they're gonna blog me that I'm a scammer. I don't know how much I scam these idiot guys from Denmark. They create a scam page that I'm a scammer. I don't have any idea how much I scam this bastard. I don't have any idea. Mm. I called him bastard and idiot. Yeah.
If you could be a scammer since 11 years, how you could be survive in such a delicate business in Africa or in the worldwide?
That's
you should
right.
be already put in the jail.
This guy from Denmark, I just found out, and he created a page called this Gold Scam, and he doesn't even show his face. And I got his number from he's from Denmark. I don't know if he's really from Denmark. I think he's really online thieves and criminal because he doesn't know me and I don't know him. How could he accuse me I'm a scammer? I don't know how much I scam him. I don't have any idea.
Believe and trust me, my dear elder sister. You know, they are so professional, sometimes work like a group of people. Maybe I told you, I don't like this linked group too. One day I start my journey in Amsterdam. One Ghanese man, young man, he direct me to the Russia, St. Petersburg, and Sergey, his name, from St. Petersburg, Russia, and he direct me back to the Istanbul to one of the Iranian name, Reza Mahvanjili. What I learned, Reza Mahvanjili was saying to me, he has one cargo plane ready in Portuguese in Lisbon, another one waiting in Dubai, United Arab Emirates to carry the gold. What I figured out, he is a scammer.
Yes, that is called smuggling. That is called Ramis. Gold laundering is very dangerous. They smuggled it through the diplomat carrier, and then they're gonna find a buyer. To me, I discourage anyone to touch that because when the gold arrive on that particular country, and especially you don't know the person, you're gonna be arrested as a gold laundering. Yes, you are.
There is no way to escape, so I always advise in my business email. If you want, I can send you one of the sample you can translate. And when I describe who is Mrs. Wilhelmina Ford, she do everything according to international trade laws and regulation. She doesn't have any tolerance for violation. Simple as that. So people, they understand she is a serious businesswoman and she is carrying over the 30 years. I'm always mentioning you are over 30 years in the business field. So they should understand you have experience and you don't play with the rules. Simple as that.
Even I have experience, Ramis. I still been deceived. I think 2011 when I mentioned to you, the first time I handled Ghana. The company from Ghana saw my profile because I used to be in real estate and I was a top salesperson on real estate. They invited me to come to Ghana in order for them to promote Ghana. 2011. There are so many notorious seller and notorious buyer. They wanted to get the gold cheap price and they wanted to take the gold CIF. What happened to this seller? They also take advantage of this international buyer. They show the gold, fake gold. Yes, in Ghana, it was been a big issue on the news in Ghana. Yes, since then I get out from Ghana because I refused to use scam. I was being deceived by the seller and the buyer. if you go on my platform and I put the video that Eric Blasco from Mexico, and I brought him to Ghana, and he sold the gold at ER Logistic. On that time, ER Logistic was the best refinery, and the gold has been acid perfect. After the acid, the gold, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk to me, the buyer and the seller. Lucky, my driver was very loyal to me. Very. Why loyal? Because I look after them, and the driver was telling me, Madam, I feel sorry for you. I said, why? They don't want to talk to you. Right. I said, oh, really? So what I have done, I bombarded the old man, the owner of the gold, because he live in the village, and he's a very rich guy. And when I traveled to Ghana, he give me money for expenditure, and he paid all my accommodation. So I told this seller in Ghana, you made the biggest mistake, and you shortcut the journey. So Eric Blasco didn't get the gold. That was 24 kilos. I stopped the shipment and I told the owner, Eric Blasco came to your country. He tried to persuade you, and he tried to deceive me. When the gold arrived in Mexico, I beat you. You are going to be murdered. I beat you. So what happened? The old man says, yeah, Mrs. Ford was right. So the 24 carats was not shipped because Eric has no money to pay for it. And I told him, take notice that I am in your country and you deceived me. You're gonna regret it. So what I have done, I announced it in Ghana, in my social media. I would not touch Ghana anymore. I wouldn't trust anyone in Ghana. Yes, because of that incident. I even warned my seller, Mali Conakry, Sierra Leone, do not deceive the buyer because I'm going to blog you. I'm going to tell the world, so then you lose business. Yes, I warned my seller. I said, when I bring the buyer, please do the job because the buyer will complain. I am going to put your name on the social media. At the end of the day, no one will trust you and you will never make sale if I mention your name. In Conakry, I fired one sellers already. Yeah, in Conakry. Yeah. Before I fired him, I warned him that please don't deceive the buyer because I'm going to mention your name. Yes.
It happened this year.
It happened 2019.
Uh-huh.
2019. Yeah, that is the reason why I need to be with the buyer. And if the buyer cannot afford my extra service, then he's going to wait for tralala at the end of the day. Just imagine this husband and wife, right? They are from Turkey.
The Indians.
No, they are the Turkish. This husband and wife, they open a company in Dubai. They're Turkish. And I interviewed the wife, and they really qualify. They are big buyer. What happened? Someone offered them. They flew to Sierra Leone. They flew to Conakry. They flew to Mali, and they flew to Ghana because they wanted to get the whole supply. They're also greedy, right? They pay taxes. What happened? The gold didn't arrive in Dubai. That is how you shortcut. You should not shortcut the journey. You shouldn't.
That Turkish couple, they are different than the Indians, right?
Yeah.
You've been telling the wife she was trying to get close to you to as much as get information from you, and then they just pay $3,000 for the tax, but the gold did not arrive to Dubai, right?
That is no, that is Turkish. That is Turkish lady. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let them enjoy.
Then and then they said, "Oh, I don't trust African." Well, you didn't trust Wilhelmina. They were talking to me last year. They're just getting information. I said, "Good luck." It's okay.
Yeah.
Information is knowledge. Knowledge from Wilhelmina, I share it to the world, worth $1 million. Really, to be honest with you, because no one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it is good enough to clear. Even okay. Last night I've been go through checking in the web this KMR, the refinery, which is the Swiss bullion company, and then
Kankamusa.
Refinery Corporation.
Yeah.
So as long as such as enormous capital holder companies, if they start to invest, which is they already, what I believe that in the next 5 or 10 years, there will be no more discount given by the seller to the buyers. They will tell, okay, the gold is a standard asset even in Africa, even in your home country. So why we should give you the discount? So this is how long it will take time. Still, it is an opportunity. Whoever has a little bit open mind, they should have to use this opportunity, because those enormous cash investment companies, as long as they're there, they will grab all the golds for them. So what is left to do individual buyers?
When you buy gold to KMR or DNGM, less 2%. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you buy to the central bank, 1.5%. The reason why this miner, they give the buyer less 8% in order for both party to gain profit. The buyer will get the profit and the seller also get a minimal profit. Those idiot buyer roaming around online, they don't have any idea. They don't. They think that, yeah, I'm gonna be involved in gold business online on WhatsApp, etc. How much is my commission? It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work at all. Because Wilhelmina went to Africa and I studied the business behavior, whether you're a buyer or the seller. Last year, because I've been to Conakry 4 times in a year. Okay, I met a buyer. I'm going to share to the world. Our conversation is live. I met a buyer, the same hotel that I stayed. He couldn't get the gold. He's Indian. So I tried to help him because my seller would not touch him. There was a shop 50 meters away from Kalum Hotel. So that my driver, the taxi driver, he speak English. I use him as my interpreter. Right? And he took me to the shop that he knows. Last year, the price he sell, 55, take it or leave it. And I negotiated the price to come down. He said, no, gold is money. Right. And he has gold on the shop for sale. And no international buyer can afford it. They're asking lower than that. And they are brokers. You know what the shop was telling me? These people who come to my country, madam, they ruin our image. And I told him both. You are ruining some of the seller, they ruin the image and the buyer. Because some seller, they ignite. Some seller offer 45, some seller offer 48. That 45, 48 is only to tease you. But when you arrive in any country, there is a valued added tax. The seller would not tell you that.
Yeah.
That is the reason why.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. So what I have done, I put on my platform the tax in Mali 7%, the tax in Conakry 6.5, the tax on Sierra Leone 6.5. I explain it thoroughly, but those buyer or joker buyer or fake buyer, they don't comprehend, they don't read it, and they just want to talk. And I said to him, go back and read. This group that I have spoken just few seconds ago, they are from Turkey. And I told him, read it. Go back and read and listen to the video. Then you come back because I don't have time to explain. I am not here to explain. I am here to sell. That's what I said to everyone. If you read, you gain knowledge. If you don't read, then you lose. Because I am not here to teach people. You are very exceptional, Ramis. You are. You are working for me. You are exceptional. And I'm going to share my knowledge because this is a very lucrative business. Look at the world needs the gold. At the moment, the price of gold is down. At the moment, the price of gold today, which is 63,945.52. 3 days ago, the price was 65,900. So the price of gold, it fluctuates. So if I am the buyer today watching our conversation, I should grab it because the price is 63,495. And When he travel with Wilhelmina, I might consider to give the buyer 10 or 11%. I might, but they have to convince me. They have to convince me.
Exactly. Today I've been watching on the Bloomberg TV channel. It's given the economic news, and then it says the world is loans is close to get like a $305 trillion globally.
Mhm.
This is a loan in the worldwide, all countries. Can you imagine if there is any economic explosive happens? You know what's happened? The banknote, the value of the all the national currency, maybe they will drop down. However, what will be gold price will be go up.
Exactly.
Money will be against the not the US dollar, against the gold they are keeping in the central bank, right?
Yes,
so
yes,
economy
it's
will
true.
turn upside down, but gold will be queen.
You know what I told my seller when I was in Africa? You know what? You are sitting down worth $1 billion worth of business, and you have no idea. I told them during the meeting, and I opened their eyes, and I told them, look at this Chinese is in your country, look at this Canadian is in your country, look at this Russian is in your country, an Australian company is in your country. Think about it.
Yes.
Your country is rich on natural resources, but you are taking for granted. You know what my seller was saying? Madam, you are the only person who tell us this. I told him, wake up. Wake up, guys. You are rich. My seller, believe me, he has 14 servant when he invited me to his residence. But he's a Muslim, he has so many wives. He has so many wives, but he's very rich. He has plenty of cars. Can you imagine that? He has plenty of cars parking on his in his building. And people, international buyer think that, oh, Africa is a scammer. Yes, correct. There is a scammer and there is a good seller and bad seller. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are so many people living in our earth. They have no clue what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to live, what is their obligation in this life. I call them, sorry to say, in that lost case.
Yeah, to
Because
me,
they don't have any clue.
to me,
To
me, Ramis. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thanks to God, you warning the seller, and he wake up now. He is enjoying this wildness, and any issue, any problem, it might be appearance. If you may need any assist from my side in Turkey, please let me know.
I will. If the person doesn't speak English from Turkey, I'll give it to you, and you can deal with it.
Okay.
I will give it to you.
Yeah. Okay, and for the Monday meeting, as soon as I receive information, I will update you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Our conversation, Ramis, is live. Would you mind if it's already on live at the moment?
It will be always my pleasure, and we are working as a team, and that's how it should be. And I'm always on your side in order to connect with the right, proper, and capable buyers, serving them, and then get what we deserve with our work. That's all.
All right. Thank you very much for our conversation, Ramis, and you will hear, and I will give you a copy once I uploaded this on my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook, so that the future buyer understand that this gold is not CIF. This is cash business, bank-to-bank payment. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Thank you, my love, and give me a feedback on Monday.
Thanks very much. You have a pleasant evening.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Today is May 16, which is Thursday. The time here is 7:17 in the evening. Every day I have a lot of interview. I am interviewing most of you guys 100%. I am very, very blunt and very strict. Why? You are investing $1 million here. Right. Going back to my conversation that he read profile of KMR. KMR is a is an Italian group of company, and they're based in Switzerland. They're a huge corporation. They came to Mali 2015. If you search that, because I'm very resourceful and I'm a current event person. When I look at their information, the country, the government of Mali, welcomed this KMR. They have a huge refinery 500 meters away from the airport. Mhm. I know because when I was in the airport overlooking KMR. Now, KMR, they are also buying gold to send it to their headquarters to refine it into making gold coins, $1, $2, to make into gold bullion because the bank are financing them. Mhm. So they are huge. So they were being given a tax incentive by the government to create an employment. So I'm giving you a brief history because I read their website. It's really very understandable. And also today, the DNGM is the government refinery. Before Marina, KMR, Unicorn came to Mali, DNGM already exists. Because when they export the gold out of the country, they have to assay the gold through the government refinery and stamp it that the gold is free of illegal activities. Now, most of you, you are on the ground right now, aside from Ramis. Ramis is from Turkey. Every day, I receive an inquiry. Most of the inquiry coming from Joker Broker. I call them Joker because they keep on running around and they don't digest it. They don't read it properly. My gosh, no such Joker Broker explain to you like this. Even the seller would not explain to you like this. No. The reason why I put everything on social media because the seller who produced gold, he hired me to handle sales and marketing for them because they are sick and tired dealing with joker buyer as well and joker broker. Why I call you joker buyer and joker broker? You're asking cheap price, you're asking 42, you're asking 35, you're asking 45, you're asking 48. That is only to tease you. I am not teasing you here. I'm not. I am telling the truth that there is a government sales tax. Now, on this video, you read, subscribe, and click below. Read the full corporate offer. It is really very, very extensive and very clear. If you went to school, I do believe you will comprehend. But if you don't go to school, to me, you're a loser. I went to school. My parents pay my tuition fee. My parents put me on a private school in order for me to read ABC. But you guys, online, you pretend you don't know how to read, but you are smart. You are well educated, but you are lazy to read. I've given you food in your plate, and you don't know how to use a spoon and fork. To me, you're idiot. Excuse my language. Mhm. Why I say this? Because if I am a professor today, you are all failed. You are all F. Why? My professor when I was in university, we don't ask question. My professor give us an assignment. We have to do our homework. Right? Then when the following day when we meet our professor, my professor will ask, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, did you make your homework? Did you comply it? And then we summarize. Each one of us will summarize what the assignment is all about. I've given you the full answer, the full food. This is your business. I am here to assist you. You are using my services. My services is not also for free. I've given you free information worth $1,000,000. But when I travel with you, it's no longer for free. Right? Just like this couple. I interview them. I meet the guy from Holland. I meet the guy from Germany in Dubai. I explained to them, they go behind my back, what happened? Tralala. I met an American guy, right? He went to Kampala, he's stuck in Dubai for 3 years. I give him $450 just to buy food. Today he's back in California. And I told him, how is your life in California? He's happy. And summarize me, how is your life in Dubai? And he said, his life in Dubai is a nightmare. He was being scammed. Right. For short, he was being deceived. He went to Kampala. I told him, do not travel to Kampala because your money is only $40,000. Yeah, he listened to this Indian crook, his partner, and I told him, don't believe in that. Now he went to Kampala, he returned to Dubai, the gold didn't arrive. He was stuck in Dubai for 3 years. Every time I come to Africa, I stop over in Dubai, I call him because I feel sorry for him. He's a nice guy. He's a nice gentleman. Right. So I'm sharing you this really bad experience of buyers and sellers as well. Mr. CDB from Conakry was poisoned in Dubai. 5 years ago, he brought 45 kilos and he was being distracted by Indians and Pakistani. There's good Indian, there's also bad Indian. Why? This gold is really tempting. The buyer become evil. So Mr. CDB from Conakry, he brought 45 kilos in Dubai. He was promised that he's going to sign a contract. He was being distracted for dinner. Someone put the poison on his drink. He died instantly. No one can revive. It was on the news 6 years ago. Another Sierra Leone guy went to United States. He brought his diamond. He was being booked on the cheapest motel in New York. 1 hour after, the gun is on his head, knock at his door, and they ask, where is the diamond worth $1 million? And the diamond doesn't belong to him, belong to the community. The community gave it to him because he has the license. He flew to United States and he was being invited, he was being promised. What happened? He returned to Sierra Leone empty-handed. Another friend of mine, he's American, and I met him in Ghana, and he told me himself, Madam, you're really very tough, very courageous. I lost $5 million worth of diamond. He shared me his bad experience, and he was dealing with the local agent, connived with the Russian. Yeah, the Russian signed a contract. After the view the stone, he tears the contract, the gun on his head as well. Right? So how do I know? They share it to me, and I'm sharing it to you guys. Do not cut corner. Especially someone says, I have the gold in Dubai, already there. Something wrong with that gold. I have diamond and gold in Europe. Something wrong with that. Why? That item was being carried by a diplomat, undocumented. What happened if that undocumented? What happened if the buyer on that country very smart and called the police? And that gold and diamond can be confiscated. It happened. There was a guy from Africa. He married to a European, and he was talking to me on WhatsApp. He flew to his motherland to buy diamond, big stone, because he said he has a buyer. And when he arrived in Europe, he showed it to the buyer, that the stone, and the buyer says, come back tomorrow. So that African, he married to a European woman. That African, the following day, he did not bring the stone. He didn't, because he has a bad feeling that that person will betray him, which is correct. The police intimidated him. Why? He's a black man, right? And that the buyer says, oh, he has a stone. And this American guy, so no, I don't have the stone. He was being arrested for 48 hours. He was being bailed out by the wife because the wife is a European. I'm just sharing you, Mr. Buyer and Mr. Seller. You can pick up this information. If you learn, you gain weight, you gain knowledge. If you don't learn, you cut corner, good luck. There's a lot of joker buyer and joker broker doesn't like my guts. I would like to share with you why these people hate my guts. Because I'm very brutal. I'm very frank. This is for the buyers only. This is not for the joker brokers information. I was a member on LinkedIn. I get out on LinkedIn because people on LinkedIn they attack each other. LinkedIn is a nice site to connect people, to connect professional people. But on LinkedIn, it's no longer to connect professional people. They connect all the enemies, joker broker, they fight each other. I don't have time to fight with them. They blog me, they attack me. Good luck to them. They are Judas to me. Judas always attacked his master. Judas always betrayed his master. I don't have that kind of bitterness. I don't, because life is too short in this world. And that guy who create his campaigns, his number is from Denmark, and I have answer his attack, notorious attack. To me, he's a Judas, right? Remember, guys, Jesus Christ was betrayed by his own disciple, Judas. Judas sold his master, which is Jesus Christ. People doesn't believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Just remember this parable in life. Judas sold Jesus Christ of 17 sterling to the enemy, that Jesus Christ is not the Son of God. But no one knows about the Holy Spirit. Jesus Christ was persecuted. He's innocent because of envy, because of evilness. That guy who created the page about me, he's evil. He's a criminal in mine. He's a bastard. I call him bastard because if I am a scammer, I would not show my face. I wouldn't. And I would not tell, this is how you're gonna buy properly. So those buyers that I rejected or broker, good on you. God bless you. One day, you as the person who betrayed yourself, you're gonna be in hell. You're gonna be on fire. You're gonna be on fire because our life on earth is just a borrowed one. Why Africa was blessed by the Holy Father? Why? Because many, many years ago, Africa was being enslaved by the white man. I am not black. My color, I'm Caucasian. I have a blood of Spanish because my ancestor from Spain, they conquered Philippines during 500 years ago. So I have a blood of Spanish, I have blood of American, but I don't know where my ancestor came from, right? But I'm not a prejudice. I don't have envy on my skin. I don't. This morning I went to church in the city. I just want to share with you. In Australia, there is also homeless. Every country, there is also homeless. I give a person $5. They were lying down here on the street when I went to church. I asked them what happened. They have a dysfunctional family. So I give them $5 each, sleeping in the street. So when I give $5, my heart is feel good because I know the Holy Spirit is with me. There's a saying in life, when I'm hungry, you give me to eat. When I'm thirsty, you give me to drink. Right? Going back to this gold, if you understand this parable that I share with you, God shower Africa on rich on natural resources. They are blessed, but they don't know how to control their assets. Right? And the foreigner came to their country, taking all the assets, Chinese, Canadian, German, Russian, Australian, American, Indian. Indians are everywhere in Africa. Chinese are everywhere in Africa. Why? There is business, there is wealth. Chinese hotel are everywhere. The hotel I stayed in Mali owned by Chinese. The hotel I stayed in Sierra Leone owned by Lebanese. The hotel I stayed in Conakry owned by Chinese. Why are there? There is business, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this video, it's up for you to understand. If you don't read the full corporate offer to me, you're a loser. You're not a buyer. If you read, I believe we can do business. As I've said to you guys, my services when I travel is not free. I've given you free information. This is worth $1,000,000 of knowledge. Seller would not explain to you like this, and any broker would not explain to you like this. Most of the broker, they come to me, they ask how much is the commission. We don't pay double commission anymore. The seller hired Wilhelmina. Instead, we give the buyer a fair price. Our selling price, no matter what the price of the world market today, always 8%. And if you order big quantity, we are flexible. Just read the full corporate offer in front of you. Click below. Don't rush. Don't come to Wilhelmina until you understand. Do not, because what a waste of time. Because when you come for conference, I'm going to ask you, how did you find me? You're gonna say, I read your YouTube channel. I went to your Facebook. Did you really understand? Now you have to send me a copy of your business registration, importation license, passport copy, that financial statement that you have available fund in your bank account. You are ready. You are just read the full corporate offer. Therefore, you are ready to do business. When are you going to intend to travel? That is the question. Yes. So now I think I already explained. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. I just finished having a conference since this morning and this afternoon. Today we are now almost 8 o'clock, 7:34 in the evening, which is Thursday, May 18. Thank you very much.